Welcome, everybody, to the Everything Show, episode 372. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Daniel?
So,
What's up, Mike D?
Happy 4th of July, yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Scott?
nada.
All right, so I saw Terminator Genesis. Fantastic. Stay after the credits,
Yes.
please.
Same with
And let me... Oh, I loved it. I can't believe it. I didn't think it was going to be, like, going into it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be, because... But then James Cameron said, like, he loved it. I'm like, James Cameron said he loved it. He didn't even do it, but he loved what they did. So then now I know why, because I freaking loved it. Fantastic. Oh, my God. I love stuff like that where you got to think with your head.
There's an app. There's an app in the App Store called Anything After. Download it, and that will tell you whether there's Easter eggs anywhere within the credits or after the show or after the credits.
Right. See, now the thing is, okay, and I'm not going to really give away too much of the movie. It's basic knowledge that, you know, Kyle Reese is sent back in time to protect Sarah Connor because a Terminator was sent back in time to kill her. Okay, that we know. Kyle Reese goes back in time. Something happens in the future as he's about to leave. Okay, and the timeline's completely changed when he arrives because what happened was somebody sent a Terminator back to when Sarah Connor was 9, and then somebody sent a Terminator to protect Sarah Connor, I believe. So that Terminator stayed around, raised her like a father, and just waited for the other Terminator to catch up. Okay? So you get this now? So now basically the timeline's completely changed because Sarah Connor is Sarah Connor at age 9, a warrior, trained. So when Kyle Reese arrives, she's not a waitress. She's not like a, you know, scared woman, like whatever. She is the warrior that he knew John Connor growing up, okay, earlier. So you get what I'm saying. Basically, the Terminator 2 robot is a different Terminator 2 robot. He's in there. So I'm not going to say what happens in the movie, but just keep in mind that if anybody was sent back in time, they're going to arrive at a brand new timeline, okay? Just saying that if there was Terminators from 2, 3, 4, whatever, they're still going to be going into this new timeline.
Yep.
All right? Just that's it. So whatever happens in this movie, you're still going to have that in the next movie. So there's going to be the fear of Skynet always. So just in case you didn't know that. All right?
I've got a
future isn't
surprise.
changed. What?
I've got a little pre-4th of July fireworks show here for you.
Oh, let's see it.
All right.
You got to put your camera on there first.
Damn.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to zoom in on you. I know it's black screen. I apologize, people, but he's going to shoot off.
Yeah, this is like serious fireworks, too. You see this? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Big time serious fireworks. You see this?
Yes.
All right.
Woo. Ah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, man. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July. What are you doing tomorrow for 4th of July? Anybody?
Being lazy.
Scott? Yeah.
I'm not married.
I don't have to be at work.
I know, Connor. I know.
Yeah.
Daniel's not even there either, so I know. So
I won't be getting time and a half, and I don't care because I'm going to be going
yeah.
half the time.
I think that I'm going to go buy a George Foreman grill.
Oh, those are good.
This would be my 5th, and and I'm going to cook on our little barbecue that I'm going to buy, our little Foreman grill. So that's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to watch something. Well, maybe we'll go to a movie. We'll see what we're going to go tomorrow. So.
Let me watch Adventure Ford Fairlane for the umpteenth dozen time. I don't know.
That's interesting. So, besides that, I mean, well, tomorrow maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. But it's going to be fun.
Before I forget, I think it's called Bat in the Sun or something like that. They take 2 different like Marvel and DC characters and pit them against together. And I'll try to find some way to post the link. But the latest one, they did a double. They did Joker and Harley Quinn versus Deadpool and Domino. And oh my God, it was good.
Wow.
And yes, I did laugh. And it was good.
Cool. So let me just go over some box office numbers. As I said, Terminator Genesis, so far, it's estimated because we still got the weekend. We got Saturday, we got Sunday. But so far, 43 million from Wednesday. That's just not counting all these other days. Jurassic World, it's estimated that it has 1,272,000,000. It could turn into 1,300,000,000. So, again, it's estimated. We also have, not that anybody cares, Magic Mike XXL had a budget of $7 million and made $167 million. So 160 million profit. You'll have a sequel to that one, unfortunately. We also have, let's see, Inside Out, the animated, has 297 million in it already.
Damn.
Man,
That's a
damn.
great film. I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
Inside Out.
Pixar haven't really done much in recent years, but this is just like, it's the most imaginative, most straightforward, fun adventure I've seen since The Incredibles. From Pixar.
Yeah, because each
Not even Cars.
personality is a different color.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's that for the box office. Now let me give some other news here. Let's see. Netflix may not do Iron Fist TV series.
Yeah,
it may be completely scrapped because the budget is just not there for the amount of special effects that they have to do. So maybe they'll ponder a Punisher series in its place, or something else. I'm gonna lean towards Punisher.
Because he's supposed to be, because Punisher's supposed to be in the second season of Daredevil anyway.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the person that series that they make has to be a defender, and the Punisher's not a defender, so has to have powers or something. So I'm trying to see who's going to fill the void. Would it be Ghost Rider? But then again, they don't want to spend money for.
Yeah, because you'd have to have big bukus for Ghost Rider.
They already have Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. They're gonna have to create somebody new or somebody, an alternate.
Trying to think.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I keep thinking of DC characters every time I think of that, of who they could get, and I'm trying to.
Did Mike D? Did you see the trailer for Creed?
No, I haven't yet, actually.
Okay, we'll talk about that when you do. They released a trailer to Apollo Creed's son, which is the movie's called Creed, and Rocky Balboa is in it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it posted, but I haven't been inclined to actually click on it. You know, whatever. I guess they may speak for what it is, but I'm not sure if I care about it really. I mean, it may be good or whatever, but you know, Rocky was the thing. Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, and like after that, like I don't even care.
Yeah. Basically. I don't know how this is going to do. Michael B. Jordan is in this movie as well. He's also going to be the Human Torch. A lot of people are saying that the movie's probably going to bomb. I'm talking about the Fantastic Four. So Michael B. Jordan would have to hope that he could pull something with Creed. Again, it's in August. I think August 7th, Fantastic Four comes out. A lot of people projecting bad things with the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh. Yeah. I'm one of them.
That's what happens when you make the characters unrecognizable.
Yeah.
See, the problem is people just don't understand that you have to have the characters, like, very close to the comic. You can't just, like, go off and do your thing. And that's why sometimes when they do stuff in the comics, people are, like, not taken to it, right? You know, and, you know, there's certain things that I liked that I changed my mind on, and there's other things that I don't like. I'm not crazy about a female Thor. I'm not crazy about this whole thing they're doing with Jane Foster, and now they're showing her, there's going to be a cover where you get to see half her human face as a cancer-dying patient, and the other half as Thor.
And they're saying that, if I remember right, her being Thor is escalating her cancer.
Right, so the moment she becomes human, she's going to die, probably.
Marvel seems like it's lost its way for a while now. It's sad.
See, the problem with the female Thor is the resolution is going to be miserable. Where let's just say it gets so many people, right? She's not going to be cured of cancer. She's going to die eventually in the comics, and then people are going to be destroyed of these new fans that are taken to it. That's the problem. They're making this emotional thing out of it. They're trying to redo Captain Marvel when he died of cancer.
Well, I mean, were you aware of Thor back, like, in the day?
Yes, I collected tons of Thor comics.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, way back, like in the Silver Age, like Journey into Mystery Number
Dr. Donald Blake.
Don Blake, yes, exactly. He walked with a limp. He had a cane.
Yes.
So he was I guess you could say a handicapped person.
Right, but Jane Foster also didn't have cancer. Now all of a sudden she has cancer.
The only thing I can think of is with this whole Battle World stuff, since they're saying, oh, we're going to rewrite Marvel characters. They're probably going to do, well, this is actually an alternate. This is not the 616 her. This is actually this person her. And that's the only thing I can.
It actually is the 616 that she's a female Thor, yeah. But she's going to still be Thor when the Marvel Universe is restored. There's going to be a lot of changes, and the problem is, again, this is not our Thor. This is this new generation's Thor, right? And I think the problem, there needs to be real discussion on it, because the way I see it as a fan, I want to read about Dr. Donald Blake, Thor. I don't want to read about Jane Foster, because Jane Foster's Thor's girlfriend. And another thing I'm not happy with, right? Just because, so you're saying that Thor's girlfriend, Thor's kids, Thor's dad, anybody's connected with Thor is going to be worthy of the hammer? How the hell is Jane Foster all of a sudden worthy because she's going out? She was going out with Thor. That's a little bit weird. Not everybody can touch the hammer, and it's not like it's. I mean, Captain America, yes, but Jane Foster, like, I don't understand that. I mean, that's just, that's like saying Mary Jane becomes Spider-Man, and she would be horrible at it because she doesn't, know what the hell she's doing. So, like, I don't know. I'm not happy with Doctor Strange with an axe. I'm not happy at all with Steve Rogers being like 80, 90, and the Falcon being Captain America. I mean, if it was a thing where Captain America died, okay, Falcon take over, but I don't understand. There's no way that super soldier serum should have worn off because it's no longer in his system. I mean, it's such part of his body chemistry now that you can't take it out of his body.
Yeah.
It's part of his body. You can't stop the super soldier serum. You would have to kill him. And even then, he would be dead. So it doesn't fail. It's been in his system forever. Like, it's just there. That's it. He just doesn't age. He's like Wolverine in a way. He heals. Not like Wolverine, but at a lesser degree.
Represses his aging factor.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't get turned off. That's the whole point. So just the story does make sense.
They've done so many twists and turns in Marvel because their properties have been sold off. They're trying to cover their tuchus so much that it's just become. They're trying to once again, I guess, try to come full circle and say, okay, look, this is the Marvel of what you grew up with, but they're alienating the old fans in order to appease the new ones.
See, the problem I have is, like, originally when Peter Parker was killed off, I flipped out, right? So much so that the Amazing Spider-Man writer contacted me on this channel and saying, give it a chance, Matrix Lord, like, whatever, right? Like, check out my book, Superior Spider-Man, and everything, and I did. And I read it, and I loved it. And he was sworn to secrecy. It was just temporary. He brought Spider-Man back, but he did a lot of amazing things in the comic. And that's the one time that I have an open mind. So I was like, okay, you know what? It turned out okay, right? Now people on Dan Slott's case again because they're like, when Marvel Secret Wars is done, right? Peter Parker is going to be rich like Tony Stark with his own company, inventing things. Now here's the thing, okay? They already established this when Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, was in his body, okay? Doc Ock says, hey, Peter Parker's dead, I'm in his body, might as well make a good life for myself. So he finished his schooling as Peter Parker, got him all these degrees, built up Parker Industries, made himself rich that way, enhanced spider tracers and different things as Spider-Man. When everything happened and, Peter Parker took over and he gave up control because the Green Goblin took over and he could, whatever, and Doc Ock was dead, Peter Parker now had a rich company, okay? But my problem is that he didn't do that. Like Doc Ock did it, and if it was Peter Parker, he wouldn't say, "Hey, I don't have a degree." He wouldn't feel the sense of responsibility.
He didn't earn. In other words, he didn't earn this.
Right. He would. Great power comes great responsibility. He would feel, "Hey, this is not mine," and he would not continue with it. I mean, I understand if he built it up himself, but Doc Ock was in his body, so technically he didn't. In that case, yes, I'm all for the characters evolving, but a lot of people have a problem with Peter Parker being like a Reed Richards or Iron Man, and I somewhat have a problem with it. I mean, I know that, yes, he could use his brains and build up, but he kind of got a free pass. Because Doc Ock set everything in motion, and he's just going with it. So I tend to think, but the other thing is that I don't understand why he has a Spider-Mobile back. I mean, I understand that Dan Slott, that was like a thing. Okay, that's cool to have an episode, like in a comic or two, but I don't think that Spider-Mobile ever worked. It was just like a, I mean, he could web swing, so why would he need it?
Yeah.
But I do like the new costume. But again, I'm gonna have an open mind with it, and I'm gonna read it because I heard that there was some battling going on between John Byrne and Dan Slott as of late.
Huh.
So it was an interesting story. I'll share it on from Facebook, but because also Dan Slott had taken over at one point in time. Dan Slott did a She-Hulk series.
Well, wait, I'd like to hear this because I like John Byrne, actually. I'm a big, long-time fan of his.
Right. Well, you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'll share it with you, and you could read it's like almost like a book, like paragraphs of this material. Because I can't explain it to you in 5 minutes. You would have to read it. And then we could do a whole story. We could do a whole podcast.
You can actually encapsulate what he said. I mean, what's the overall problem with John Byrne?
The overall issue, I think, is John Byrne has a problem with Dan Slott making the character Spider-Man unrecognizable and kind of like, like totally changing everything. And Dan Slott's argument was like that he's done some crazy stuff in Marvel that has made the characters dramatic change, like separating the Hulk from Bruce Banner, and
well, Byrne totally created a new origin for Superman.
Right. Well, that was another thing that he kept changing the origin for Superman that Dan Slott brought up. That was long-lasting change. So he's like, how could you say, how could you be allowed to do it, but then you criticize me?
Byrne was never known for Spider-Man. He was known for, Fantastic Four, X-Men.
Well, John Byrne actually did some stuff in Spider-Man that really screwed up Spider-Man. He tried to make it like stats. It was just he's the one that changed Electro.
When was that?
Like 10 years ago or more, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was way past. I was reading John Byrne stuff in the late 70s.
Right, the X-Men and all that stuff was good, but the problem is that he's very critical of. Well, he's also critical of Dan Slott because Dan Slott did the She-Hulk as well, his own She-Hulk series. So he just feels that it's old school. Like you can't make the characters so unrecognizable and get away with it. Like Peter Parker has this foundation. Great power comes great responsibility. He works with Daily Bugle, and the part of the reason that made it interesting was that he had to struggle with paying his rent because he didn't make enough money, and then he had to find money to make web shooters. Dan Slott's argument is that, the superheroes have been around for a while, and it's only natural that Peter Parker evolved to a point where he is different. He is smart, so he expands to show how smart he is, where he's the leader of his own company and he's rich and
that seems kind of like George Perez coming along and talking about, well, that's not Wonder Woman, the current Wonder Woman, the modern comic for that or that character, because he's known for that 20-something years ago, 30 years ago. Right. So. I mean, for Byrne to come along, and I like Byrne. I grew up on his stuff. I mean, Byrne was somebody, about every third comic I picked up, Byrne, he did the artwork.
Right.
I mean, X-Men, like I said, X-Men, when he redid the whole Man of Steel thing with Superman, that was controversial, in 1986.
Right. Right. I mean, basically now, we're gonna have to see what happens with Spider-Man. I mean, Peter Parker is going to be Spider-Man, and Miles Morales is going to be Spider-Man. And he feels that everybody would love Miles Morales as Spider-Man because Peter Parker is no longer 15, and that he's like in high school. He's going through all this stuff in the modern day time with Spider-Man with powers. So that's what everybody wants to see. He also feels that, Peter Parker can't go backwards. Peter Parker can no longer work for the Daily Bugle and taking pictures because he's worked for them for so many decades that the character needs to evolve. He's not with Mary Jane. He's not, so the character needs to evolve. So we're going to have to see if he's right or if he's wrong. Again, my take on it is I'm all for it. I'm excited to see what he does with it, but I just have this nagging thing in the back of my mind that Doc Ock got his education for Peter Parker. Doc Ock built the company. He should probably feel guilty about running that company because he didn't do it. And with great power comes great responsibility. Take your $1 million company and burn it to the ground because it's not his. It's like cheating, and he doesn't cheat in school. He was a nerd. He got good grades. So how would he, as good grades and trying to get like graduation and everything, how could he just go on life with a supervillain getting him there? That's something I don't think he could do.
It's like he took a shortcut in order to get.
Yeah, but he doesn't take any shortcuts, though. He never took shortcuts ever. So that's the problem I have, though. He's never taken shortcuts. He's never wanted to make money as Spider-Man when, like, the Avengers wanted to pay him or whatever. And one time when somebody did want to pay him, he actually spent that money to open the Gwen Stacy Library in honor of her in New York. So, yeah. I have a problem with that. I mean, I like the look of it. It kind of reminds me of the 1970 Spider-Man figure, the Energizer Spider-Man with the hook they used to climb up. It kind of looks similar to that, which,
I think
I had many of those, yeah. But the glowing insignia and stuff looked pretty cool. I mean, but again, he's not Tony Stark. He's not. See, my thing, one thing I didn't like, right? He may be smart, right? Like, he may be smart, I get that, right? But he can't create an Iron Man armor overnight when Tony Stark had built each one, model, mark this, Mark 2, Mark 8, Mark 20, Mark 5000. You can't just create a spacesuit. Like, that's not your field of expertise. He did do that in the Ends of the Earth. He created his own spider spacesuit. I'm like, no, I wouldn't believe that he would be able to do that. And he is smart, don't get me wrong, but he's not like the smartest. Like, I mean, yeah, he had to figure out ways to defeat a villain, but he wasn't put in a position where he had to do things to save the world by creating these revolutionary new fuels and stuff. I mean, that's not him, So I have a problem with certain things. I'm going to have to really give this some time and think about it. But again, you shouldn't have characters that are unrecognizable. You shouldn't have characters that you don't know what they're going to... You should know what Spider-Man... You should know Spider-Man doesn't kill people. You should know Spider-Man doesn't cheat on his girlfriend. You should know, like, different things, And so I think that's the argument. We're going to go into that deep, Mike D. We're going to look at that. Daniel.
Yeah.
You excited about Star Trek Beyond?
Oh, yeah, I am.
So, what's the news on that?
Well, we only got a badge insignia, which I think will have something this week coming up.
I follow that pick.
Yeah, I think we'll have a photo of somebody this week.
Yeah,
And Comic-Con's gonna have a lot of stuff.
and Ben Affleck and Miguel is playing Wonder Woman.
Gail got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know each other's secret identity. And I heard that Batman uses kryptonite to go after Superman. I heard. So that's interesting.
And I think Batman and Wonder Woman may have something going on the side, because I read that Affleck and his wife Jennifer Garner are
Yep.
getting divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, they're actually hooking up? You mean like actual? Like Ben
I
Affleck
don't know.
and Wonder Woman?
She might have used her magical lasso on him.
Oh my God! I didn't hear that. I didn't know they were hooking
Must
up.
be tied.
Wow, I didn't know that was happening. That's interesting.
Yeah, there was also some. I don't know if it was a joke, but somebody was talking about it. Someone would love to see Ben and Lopez get back together.
Oh my God, that never happened. They were terrible in that movie together.
I
Terrible.
never saw it, thank you, Jesus, but I did hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Jiggly or something.
it was terrible.
The film Jiggly.
Something like that. It was just bad.
Uh,
It was really bad. But Connor, you sleeping?
No.
Okay.
No, that's me.
Oh, okay.
well, Connor, what do you think about Bond now with Spectre? Do we have any news on that?
We haven't got anything, which is weird. Actually, I did read something. I don't know whether it's confirmed or not, but Daniel Craig is going to be playing Bond until 2020.
Oh my God.
That would be great.
But wait a minute. The next movie after Spectre, right? That's not it for him?
That's the thing, because Bond films seem to take so long to make. Is that like the next film could be in 2020, and it's like I don't know whether it'll be one more film or two more films, because like as Mike knows, I mean Bond films just they take ages.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that he's doing two more. He's doing one more and that's it.
Why is that?
He's not. It's not going to happen. They're not going to have a second Bond out by 2020.
Yeah, they're going to have at least two more or three more between that time.
No, he's gonna. Yeah.
Jacob wants to come on. Is it okay?
Yeah, I mean, why not? He was in the last one. He got the link, doesn't he? You know, like.
Come on in.
Yeah, no, the sequel to Spectre is not even written, right?
No, it's not.
It's just continued, but it's not written. So they'll have to write it in 2016.
They could actually bring two Bond films out, because, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, didn't Quantum of Solace come out in 2008?
It came out fast from Casino Royale, right?
Yeah, like
2 years.
I think was it 8 or 9?
It was either 2008 or 2009, and that would have been a 2-year
Yeah,
gap.
because like Skyfall came out like in 11. So,
Yeah, that's an even longer break. That's 3 or 4 years, and then we've had to wait 4 more years for this one now. So it's
If they have everything
Yeah.
set, where if they have the script written for both, and they just do it back to back,
Yeah, I was about to say that. They must have
absolutely.
doing it.
If they want to make a trilogy out of the Spectre thing, but if they don't, and then they just start writing the sequel to Spectre in 2016, and then they start filming in 2017, and even if they put it out in 2018, that still doesn't. It's like 3 years. That doesn't give them enough time to do the next one.
Well, the thing is, like Roger Moore was like 56 when he did A View to a Kill, and Daniel Craig can pull off a lot more physicality than Moore.
Yeah, but he only gave him a timeline, right? He's not doing it past 2020. So
That's the contract he signed, but he could always. They could give him another contract that says he can do 2 more films until 2028.
if he feels he could do the workout, because he also complained about it's harder and harder to maintain that physique. Just like Hugh Jackman, he's getting older.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Craig never maintained the physique really after Casino Royale. It was like, he was enough for that. But, I mean, Sean Connery in Never Say Never Again was 50 when he played that, and that was like something where people were like, they were stunned that he would come back to play Bond. Craig could play Bond for like the next 3 or 4 films easily.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if he could, I want to keep him. I don't want somebody new. If he could do it.
And they want Craig because, like, Pierce Brosnan, unfortunately, he came along at a bad time. I think he was like past his prime. I like.
Yeah, he should have been. They should have let him out of his Remington Steele contract because he was going to try to be there back then, and they had a clause in the Remington Steele that he wouldn't be allowed to do it. So he had to wait for that to be over for a while. But if had he done his prime, it would be a whole different ballgame.
Oh, actually, we have got something. Sorry,
Wow.
continue now. I'll chip in right after you finish. If you're still talking.
Harley Quinn also, she had her birthday, and she had Harley Quinn cake and everything. She turned 25. The actress that plays Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25. Oh my God. So old.
I'll do then. Back to Spectre.
Well, actually, I'm going to give you, Connor, I'm going to give you the floor. Give me a few minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sam Smith, who was the Bucky's favourite to do the theme tune, has said that he's definitely not recording it, and that he's actually tipped Ellie Goulding to do it. So, yeah, I really like Ellie Goulding, so I hope that she does it because she's good, unlike most.
She was the one that did the song Lights, right? Ellie Goulding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really good. She's so talented. So hopefully she does it. I don't like Sam Smith. I'm glad that he's not doing it.
Yeah, he's kind of whiny with his songs.
Yeah.
So we do need to take a moment and pay respect to Patrick Macnee.
Oh yeah.
The iconic, legendary British actor who's been around in everything, like Vincent Price and Christopher Lee. He's one of those legendary British actors who is at the top of the respected British acting scene for decades. And Macnee was in A View to a Kill, the last Roger Moore film.
Mm-hmm.
And Macnee passed away, I think about like maybe a week ago, something like that. But I wanted to mention that because Macnee's, he's an iconic guy. He played John Steed in The Avengers with Diana Rigg as Mobile. So some of us are old enough to remember that, and he's a great actor. He's been in like everything.
I do remember him in A View to a Kill. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like Tibbet.
Yeah, he was Bond's right-hand man or whatever.
Yeah.
However you describe him. Ally. Yeah.
And I'm still excited because, literally, 1 week from today, I'm going to be in Jamaica, and I'm going to be going to where they shot Dr. No.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'm going to be going out there and getting some pics out there at the beach where Ursula Andress did her legendary appearance in Dr. No, coming out of the water with Sean Connery there. So I would love to visit those locations, and man, it's going to be fun. Sinus has fallen.
Oh wait, guys, there's something new here. It just popped up 3 minutes ago.
Yeah? What is it?
Star Trek Beyond set to film in Dubai.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Dubai.
Yeah, they're going. Right now they're filming in Vancouver, and they're going to start filming in Dubai soon.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, there's one thing you can get from that. There's going to be lots of sound.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about seeing the new Mission Impossible film. Speaking of, they shot the last film, part of it in Dubai, at the tower there, and I'm a fan. I've been a lifelong fan of the Mission Impossible films, in the TV series actually. And the films, they've gotten better with every film that comes out. Ghost Protocol was like the best film of the whole series. So hopefully they will go along with the pattern that we've had, where this film will even be even that much better than Ghost Protocol, because that was a great film.
The gang being targeted by that organization, like an anti-IM team.
Yeah, it's the Syndicate, I think.
Yeah, Syndicate. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that a good refresh to the movie series as well. It's like they're almost playing off of Spectre in a way, since Bond has got them. They figured, let's get our own, call the Syndicate.
Yeah. Mission Impossible has always worked best when it's a group endeavor, because that's what the series was about. It was never about one person. And Tom Cruise took the center spotlight with the first film, the second, the third, going henceforth. But Ghost Protocol, they really integrated Jeremy Renner and Simon Pegg and these other people into the mix as a group dynamic. And in this film, I think Ving Rhames is coming back, as well as Jeremy Renner. And I'm really interested in seeing that, because those films are always a real fun popcorn entertainment sort of experience. And
I would love to see Maggie Q come back. I can't remember if she was in the second or third one, but I would love to see Maggie Q come back in the series, in the movies. Because she did a movie, because I rented it first and I went and bought it. It was a movie called Naked Weapon. I know what it sounds, but basically these gals are kidnapped as children and raised to be assassins. And one of the trademarks of them is they'll grab the back of people's, split their target's spine, and literally pull it out of kink. But what I loved the most was there's the final battle scene where Maggie Q is like, they've got her standing on top of the villain's head just perfectly. And
yeah,
it's that I've got the I can't remember if it's the tape or the DVD of the thing, but it is excellent.
She was in Mission Impossible 3.
Oi.
Joe disappeared. Where you at, Joe?
Yeah, come back. There's some stallions here.
What happened?
Oh, here we go. How about it?
Everyone went quiet.
Yeah, we were talking about Mission Impossible, and wrapped up with that, about...
Here we go. I found it. There's the thing for Naked Weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
Was
Naked Weapon.
You
Naked
saw
Weapon?
about the actress Maggie Q that's in that was in Mission Impossible 3, the film. So we were talking about that.
And then there's this other one which I found. I initially found it online, and I got the video, and it's called. Let's see. This Kazi. I think it's called Kazi, but Ghost Warrior. But this guy, he did he did all the voices and did all the animation for it. Kaze it looks. Yeah, Kazi, Ghost Warrior. And it is. There was talk about him doing a sequel to it, but he never did get around to doing it. But yeah, look up Kazi, Ghost Warrior, and just watching it, your mouth just drops because it looks as though he did. He used like chalk to do all the animation.
Cool. All right. Is everybody? That's it, or?
That's it for me.
That's pretty much. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.